Moving on to the next one that we've got is a little war action movie that comes from a lot of the people who worked on John Wick. And they've been pitching this as John Wick goes World War II. We both got to cover this a little bit last week. They had like a lot of early screenings for this. This took all the Dobies. It was a really big, technical movie of the week. Sisu by Jamari Helander. It is the story of a man who is completely indestructible and takes down all of these Nazis. If this is an action movie that piqued your interest off the trailer, just know that the trailer is perfection in my eyes. The movie, not so much. To me, if you want a movie where the character has the same powers as all of those superheroes in the Fast and Furious franchise, where they're indestructible, then you got yourself a movie here. I think that John Wick still finds a way to tire him out and make him feel like a real person who's fighting. This felt like a demigod. And that kind of took a lot away from the movie for me. A lot of people have been calling this Mad Max, where he's just going through the desert, killing people left and right. I don't know what you would compare it to.
I don't really love the Mad Max comparison because I think Mad Max has a certain... It's maybe there a little bit, but there's like a chaotic, non-stop, relentless energy to Mad Max, and I don't find Sisu to be that creative. I think it's a little more in line with John Wick, but not as balletic and not as non-stop. And I also just don't like it as much as I like John Wick. So I don't know. No. I mean, it certainly, there's enough there that'll satisfy the action film fans out there. And there's certainly like memorable scenes, but I found it to be a bit repetitive. I found like I got the point. And it didn't really go a lot deeper than that unless you're very interested in the creative kills and ways that Sisu's able to stay alive.
Exactly. I think people see Dirt and they just go Mad Max. That actually has a story with a couple of stakes. This doesn't really have that many stakes, so it ends up feeling like a lot of really cool set pieces. But the way they get from point A to point B, it's not as cohesive as I wanted it to be. But nonetheless, definitely check out that trailer. The trailer is incredible in my opinion. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of, I know you like Skinamarink a lot more, but I still stand that Skinamarink is a 6 out of 5 trailer. And then I didn't care too much for the movie. This, another one. The trailer's fantastic. I sadly would say wait for it on rental. It's still worth capturing it in, a good 7.1 Dolby Atmos surround sound. So if it intrigues you, go to the theaters. But I think story-wise, it doesn't have that John Wick factor. So to me, wait for it at home. How about you?
Yeah, definitely a wait at home for me. I was a bit let down by it, especially after the trailer.
Yeah, it's 2.5, but I want to give it 3 for the action. I'm gonna have to keep it. I
went 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that story just. There's this one dealing with rope. I could not, and that's so late in the game. I don't know if you remember the rope one. I was like, come on, all right, we're getting a little too far here. Not even Vin Diesel can get away with something like this, Tunnen.
I know, yeah.
They can continue it if they want, I guess. Sisu 2 and
he's
Sisu 3.
Apparently immortal.
He's immortal. So, Sisu in theaters now. It's got the full Dolby treatment. So catch it if you are interested in.